What's up, my wonderful weirdies? I am here to explain why am I journaling in the first place. Reason number one as to why I'm journaling. I don't have a therapist. I haven't had one since I think 2023 at some point, because I started out 2023 with a therapist, and then 2024 came around and I ain't had one no more. So that is reason number one as to why I started journaling. Reason number two is because outside of getting comfortable with having a therapist, we have friends that we go to that give us responses in certain situations that we prefer versus the actual truth in which we need to hear. So I got tired of feeling like I was going to friends for specific validation because that's what I wanted to hear. So it's like, instead of me just going to people, I just need to talk it out with myself in my journal. So reason number two, not everybody is gonna give you the answers you need. They're gonna give you the answers you want to hear. Reason number three, how can I explain this? Someone has managed to, what I like to call, get inside of the club, and I don't know how he got inside of the club.
How did you get past security? His fortress is impenetrable.
Door was unlocked.
Son of a bitch!
But regardless of that, young man has found a way to kind of ruffle or bother my feathers because I'm so used to being in reality with things. And as of right now, reality states we are not in a relationship. Realistically, I don't know if a lot of y'all don't know. I am polyamorous. I enjoy having multiple partners. So yeah, as of right now, I'm not supposed to be having any partner at all because me and my anchor partner broke up. So because of that, made me feel like until I get my life situated together, I shouldn't be dating. Either way, I am a lover girl. These streets are crazy. I mean, they're fun and funny, haha. These streets are crazy. So third reason as to why I started journaling is because of a situation, the situationship as to what is now. So I needed to find a way to journal and get that out instead of just getting on my friend's nerves about the situation, constantly going back and forth with her. Those are like the three main reasons as to why I started journaling. Outside of me meditating, because I actually started meditating before I started journaling because of my now co-worker Isabel, who is a friend now, not just a co-worker. But yeah, she introduced me to meditation, so that led me into doing journaling, because in the meditation you have to journal after and tell them how I feel. And then on top of that, my friend Jinko gave me this amazing ass book that also encouraged meditation and journaling, and that's kind of how it just kept going. So yeah, that's that's why I started journaling. It's been really fun. It's been very therapeutic. It's been an interesting vision. How can I say? It's been nice to see my mind physically. It's been nice to see like me actually feel up an entire book, because yes, like I said in my previous video, I would have never think she. When I say she, I mean me. I'm always talking to myself in third person. I don't know if you know, but I'm telling y'all now, I talk about myself in third person quite often because there's so many levels to who I am. There's a little kid in me, there's a preteen in me, there's a teenager in me, there is the young adult in me, there is now the becoming of the adult. Like, it's a lot in me. So she, when I say she, it's still just talking about me. But with that being said, I didn't ever thought that I would ever finish a journal. Like, I've tried journaling so many times when I was a kid, and it never got far. Could have been a few different reasons as to why I couldn't commit to journaling. One could be just the simple lack of there is consistency. I just don't remember to do it. On top of the fact that at one point I had privacy but didn't have too much privacy as a kid growing up. My sister at one point had her journal read by my mom and her dad And that made me a little skeptical about writing in a journal. I wrote at one point in the back of a composition book in elementary school too as well, and one of my teachers saw what was in the back of my composition book, and she told me and then told the counselor, and I don't think they ever told my mother because I explained as to where my mind was for the time, so they knew at that point, kind of like talking about what was going on. And I felt like they realized, like, talking about what was going on with me to the family, it would have made it more difficult and uncomfortable for me, and that probably wouldn't have went well. So luckily I'm here, but having those situations happen to me, I feel like could have also affected the reason why I didn't feel comfortable journaling at all, or at least consistently, because I felt like at some point somebody was gonna read something I wrote, and I didn't want anybody to read nothing I wrote. And I know that one of the rules in journaling, one of the rules in journaling is you have a right to keep your journal, you have a right to burn your journal. It's your journal, you can do whatever you want with it. I'm a hoarder and I love memories, so I don't see myself burning any of my journals because these are pieces of me. This is a book. This is a book filled of my thoughts, my emotions, what I did, what I ate, how much water did I drink, where my self-esteem was. Like, it's so much in this book to be like, where was Alana mind mentally? Where was the weird girl's mind mentally? It's all in here. I got 3 months of information here. So my last day, is July 7th, was my last day in here. And my first day, like I said, was April 22nd. So, yeah, I won't burn my journal. I got me a new one. They're pretty much the same thing. So my journals are literally just like sketchbooks turned into freaking journals. You open it, it's a sketchbook. It's a sketchbook. I got a sketchbook because I wanted to be more in control of my template, my format for myself. I'm trying to figure out how could I show y'all my template without like y'all reading everything in the first. I think I can show y'all the first book. So the first, what it looked like at first. What it looked like at first, right? We got our nightcap here, to-do list there, sleep level, food level, water level, where are you, what can you do, your career goals, and what you're grateful for. That's how I started out. And it formed and shifted a few times where I write down what I was grateful for, because I'm correct, one of my meditations kept telling me like, asking like, what were you grateful for? It's like a gratitude meditation or something like that. That's how I started out. Over time though, I stopped asking myself, what can you do? Because I felt like the way I was waking up now in the morning, it wasn't feeling like, what can I do based on how I feel? Felt that where I was mentally as of right now, I don't have to ask myself that question about like, what can you do? Because I'm gonna talk it out in the where are you, regardless. Like, I'm gonna talk it out in the where are you. Like, I'm gonna say where I am, and then based on where I am, I'm like, well, I could probably do this, I could probably do that. So I just took that section away because I made it an extra placement at the time because it made sense. But now it's just like I yap so much in my journal that so it's gonna lead into me finding a solution every time. And then because of some of the prompts that was in the book that my friend had me reading, I was also doing some of those in here. I've done, I think, a good like 4, maybe 3 poems inside this book. Yeah, I did 4 poems in this book. And then at one point I was doing like thought dumping in there, and then I realized it's like sometimes it felt like it took up more space in my journal than I wanted to. On top of that, when I do my journal, I write with a ruler. So it's not like I'm in here writing like dumbass neat. This is the ruler I be using. It's one of the middle school rulers, you know. This is what I did on this like recently. Excuse me, sorry. Anyway. But yeah, so I was originally doing thought dumping in there, but it took up a lot of space, and I felt like how that format was looking versus what my thought dumping would sometimes look like would kind of throw it off. But I mean, I was still pushing through and I was still going through it or going with the motions of journaling. But now, since I have a new journal, I also have a thought dumping journal. I only have this because my homie Corey bought this for me because he's like, "Oh, you're journaling now. You said you're gonna need a new journal soon, so here you go." However, there's lines in this. I don't want lines. So I'm like, I can't use it for the format that I want to for my journaling for real. So I just use it for thought dumping. So I literally just like, I'll put the date, put the time, put my thoughts. Put the time, put my thoughts. Like so far, each day has at least 2 thoughts. Oh, on the 10th, I just have one fat ass thought bubble. Jesus. So yeah, this is my thoughts. This is more thoughts, but maybe further in depth, but this is just like in the moment, like dead ass in the moment. Versus this is like in the morning, at night, and just like making sure that I'm keeping up with my Japanese, keeping up with reading, keeping up with eating, keeping up with meditation, just keeping up with the things that I'm into. But yeah, journaling so far has been very therapeutic. It's been very amazing. I would encourage everybody to journal because you will find answers for yourself the more you journal. And the book that I'm reading encouraged that more because she was like basically saying like, yeah, I was writing, just getting all my anger out, and I just found an answer in one of my journals. Like, wait, what? This is what you feel like underneath? This is the true nitty gritty of this is how you really feel. It's like, yeah, this is how you really feel. So yeah, I would encourage the whole world to journal and read. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Why I'm journaling, how I started journaling. I will continue to journal. As you can see, I got a whole new journal and then a whole nother like thought bubble journal. I'm going to journal regardless because it's how I validate myself. I know where I am and I can say whatever I feel and not look for external validation. Everything I have is solely going to be internal. Most of the answers we can find are inside of us. We just have to take the time to listen to ourselves. And once you give yourself a voice inside of a book, you find your answers. So there's more to tell y'all. There's a lot more to tell y'all. I always got a lot to talk about, but I also feel like my YouTube channel will end up being just a complete yap session. And I know that's perfectly fine too. I also know that I have a vision for myself personally, or at least like how I want things to go. Like, I just want it to look a certain way. Like, I just want it to be a certain way. So yeah. Thanks for listening to me talk. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye, my wonderful weirdies. Yes, I'm at work. Mind your business.